Hello, I hope you're well and that the end of the year was kind to you. Last time I saw you, I was getting ready to make my way home to Australia for Christmas so that I can start looking for an art studio in the new year. And I decided that I was going to try and finish some of the half-completed crafts that I'd been carrying around with me all year. I actually got really sick with food poisoning literally a few hours after I had finished recording the last video, and we had a flight the next day that I was just barely well enough to fly on. So it was a pretty rough travel day flying from Vietnam to Bali, but we made it and I was just really happy to spend some time in bed doing my crafts for the first couple of days we were there. I made really great progress on my cross-stitch bookmark that honestly I had barely started before this week, and I really love the texture of cross-stitch and how it has kind of a pixel art effect but mixed with a cozy hobby. But boy oh boy did I underestimate how long it would take to do a simple bookmark like this. I thought it looked quite simple and would take a few hours, but every time I think I'm zooming along making progress, I look back at it after an hour and I've barely done a couple of lines. That took forever, but the border is all done. Actually, no, I've missed a bit. My goal is to finish it before Christmas because I have some time off and I've had this kit for over a year now, but at this rate it might take longer than that. Ta-da! It's actually a really lovely slow activity though. I watched a nice Christmas movie while I was stitching away, and I don't remember when I last did a craft that took this long to see results. Normally I do things that are quite small and simple, so this is a nice exercise in slowing down. There's a lot of counting and recounting when I forget how far I've gone, so I think cross stitch is really good for my patience. It's the rainy season in Bali, so it rained a lot some days, which was perfect for craft time. But once I was feeling better and the rain had stopped, I got to do a little bit of exploring and spend some time on the beach. We were just staying in Kuta because we weren't here very long, but I know it's just the touristy area, so I'd love to come back and see more of the island and more of Indonesia in general. It's really nice to have these few days off before heading home for Christmas. It's been quite a busy end of the year as always, and just having a few calm days to ourselves is such a nice way to recharge a little bit. The hotel had a hair salon on site, so I got my hair cut for the first time in a full year, which is probably way too long, but it's nice and fresh now. So I've made good progress on the cross stitch, but I need to change things up, and I also have this cute felting kit that I want to try and finish. Don't mind the battered box, it's been traveling in my backpack for a while. I love the texture of felted things. I think I'm just a sucker for texture in general, so I really like this little felted picture kit. The colours on the front are way darker than the actual felt, but I think I'll make mine a little bit lighter and pastel-y anyway. How pretty are all the colours smushed together in the little bag like this? So you basically just take a needle and poke the felt down with it, and it slowly merges the felt fibres into each other and the base fabric, so it's really easy. I think I was supposed to leave a gap for the sun somewhere in here, but oh well, I'll add it on top. Now according to the instructions, if I add two colours together they'll blend, but I'm a little bit skeptical. It's kind of just making it a streaky two colours. But actually, after a while and lots of mixing, it does actually make a nice blend. This is the kind of craft I can see myself doing a lot of when I have my art studio. It's really simple, very textured, and kind of like painting or sculpting with fibers. It is a little noisy with the sponge underneath when you're pushing the needle through. So it's not as calming as cross stitch, but it sure is a lot quicker. I did half of this in an hour or two. It's fun to explore new crafts and use my creative skills in different ways, especially ones that are calm and simple and don't require a lot of setup or advanced learning of techniques. And this one is lovely for playing around with colors and seeing an illustration come together in a different way. It does make a little bit of a mess though.
This is my side of the bed. That is Dan's side of the bed.
So this is where I got up to with it in Bali. It's mostly done, but I want to add a few finishing touches to it and change this shadow because it looks a bit weird in this color. But I'm so satisfied with that progress and it's looking really pretty. I decided to change the house and the colors of it because I didn't like the dark red, and I've definitely not done the sky very smoothly as a gradient, but the grass is lovely and I just think it's really sweet. Then it's time to pack up again, this time to fly home to Australia after being away for 9 months. We have a 6-hour flight to Brisbane plus time at the airport, so I figure I can probably get some more cross stitch done on the journey because there's a lot of sitting and waiting on a travel day. And look how nicely it fits in my tiny bag, ready to go at any time. I might make a habit of carrying a little cross stitch around with me all the time. How cute would that be to just be able to pull it out and craft whenever you like? So this trip home is kind of the end of this traveling chapter for now. I'll be in Australia for a while, probably for the next year or more, while I settle and find a little place of my own where I can set up a nice art studio. It's so nice to be home. We're staying with my family for a few weeks until we're ready to go to Tasmania.
Doggy!
I didn't have any work to do over Christmas, so I could enjoy some movies and work on my crafts, which is basically all I want to do in life. And a bonus to have a doggy by my side while I do it. I've almost finished the deer, so this is coming along nicely. My family lives in the countryside, so it's lovely and calm. The neighborhood chickens like to wander over. There are wallabies in the garden. Of course, the doggies are always up for a cuddle, and the garden is full of beautiful things. I do a bit of Christmas shopping and find my colouring books in lots of shops, and they look so cute. They're only available in Australia at the moment, but they're coming to the US early in 2026. So I'm hoping that there might be an international shipping option then, so more people overseas can get them, but I'll just have to wait and see because I don't control the distribution. Good morning, Parker. Good morning, puppy. Then it's time to wrap some presents, and I love gift wrapping. It kind of feels like another craft. I'm a big fan of Christmas in general, or at least the intentional parts and the bit where people make an effort to come together. I like giving little treats to people and eating lots of gingerbread. This year my nephew wanted to decorate gingerbread houses together, which I was delighted about because once again, it's just another craft, but even better because it's made of biscuits. At this point, I'm just happily filling my life with lots of crafty, hands-on activities, And I think that might be the secret to happiness. And especially not trying to do them perfectly, just trying to do them creatively and appreciating whatever colorful mess they turn out to be. So I had a lovely Christmas and a few quiet days afterwards, and now it's the end of the year and time to start a new one. Here is where I got to with the crafts that I said I wanted to finish before Christmas. The bookmark is just about finished except for some final details, so I'm really happy with that considering how long it takes to cross stitch. And now I really want to make my own tiny cross stitch patterns from my own art. The felting is also pretty much done and it's really sweet. This one was definitely much faster and I have lots of wool left, so I could totally do some more art with it. And I didn't touch the crochet, so that'll have to be a project for the new year. I definitely wouldn't have made this much progress if I hadn't set myself a little deadline, so that was a fun craft challenge and I should do it again. And now it's time to start 2026, and I've been doing a bit of planning because I'll have a lot more stability this year. So I've been designing myself a really simple art curriculum to add a little bit of structure to my creative practice and to focus each month on something I'd like to learn. So I have 6 foundations that I think are important for illustration, but I skipped some of the boring textbook things that aren't as relevant to my style, and I'm going to focus on them in 2-month blocks throughout the year. I'll still draw other things, but I want to set myself this little monthly art challenge of focusing on improving a particular thing one at a time. And since I have a beautiful Patreon community of artists, I'm also going to share everything over there. So if you'd like to join my art curriculum in 2026, then you can follow everything that I do and get all of the resources for each month over on Patreon so we can grow together. We're going to cover color, shapes, creating characters, storytelling, building environments, and texture. And I'm really excited about it because to me, these are the building blocks for heartfelt narrative illustrations. So it's perfect if you want to become a picture book illustrator or just create art that tells a story. So I've refreshed and updated my tiers for the new year. Little posies will get access to the Creative Curriculum Challenge each month. They'll get a cheat sheet resource to help guide you, snippets from my studio, and a quiet art process video. Happy Sunflowers get all of that plus access to my library of over 50 existing art tutorials. And Beautiful Bluebells get all of that plus a deep dive walkthrough video of my art process for that month's challenge, a downloadable project pack of a digital artwork I've done, and some art business insights as well. It's going to be a year of growth and creative play. There'll be no boring textbook exercises. These challenges are going to be playful and creative and fill your sketchbook with fun illustrations. So I hope to see you there. I hope you had a lovely end to 2025 and are either feeling refreshed for the new year or are allowing yourself time in January to rest and reset before jumping into goals and resolutions. Remember that you don't need to start anything in January if you aren't ready. Let us know in the comments below if you have goals for this year or if you're taking your time to ease into the year without pressure. I'm going to go and get started on my January curriculum challenge. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.